Welcome back, folks, to Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. On our last installment, their eyes met, but their lips did not. And yet, there's something in the air. We don't know what that smell is yet. Anyway, the gong is rung and something happened. So my hunch was correct. She does know me. I'll have to try and talk with her again tomorrow. What the... That blood-curdling scream came from the courtyard! February 7th, 11:06 p.m. Hazakura Temple Courtyard. That scream. I'm sure it came from around here. Ah! Someone's there! On the ground! Miss Dunim! I just stepped on something soft.
Hey, don't step on my tummy like that!
What are you doing lying there in the snow?
I was passed out, what do you think?
So that blood curling scream was you...
Forget about that, hurry up and call the police!
There ain't a phone in the main hall?
No, but we still get reception up here in the mountains. You must have a cell phone, are you right?
I didn't bring with me.
Oh, you use this! I mean, even Iris has a cell phone. You've got no choice, you have to use the public phone by Dusky Bridge. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Run as fast as you can!
Yes, ma'am.
If you know what, Iris...
February 7th, 11:18 p.m. Dusky Bridge. It's farther than I thought. The bridge is just up ahead. I have to go tell Maya what happened too. Ah! Dusky Bridge! It's burning down!
What the heck happened?
What are you doing here? Ah! Where is it? Is it me?
Don't scare me like that, Larry! Almost had a heart attack!
My name isn't Larry, it's Laurie's! Larry, hurry up and call the police! I'm going to the inner temple!
Don't be stupid, the bridge is nothing but a burning wreck right now!
Listen to me! There's been a murder! Here, at Hazakura Temple!
But what?
The murderer might have fled across the bridge. I have to make sure Maya's safe.
But...
Please, call the police! I've got to go! Get out of my way, Larry!
It's so dangerous, Nick! Wait!
You must have been crazy. I knew how dangerous it was, but I still went for it.
Oh! Nick!
Weakened even more by the fire, the rickety old bridge plank snapped and gave way. And as I was swallowed by the eternal darkness that surrounded me, a final terrified scream rose up to pierce the frozen air of that harrowing night. So we're going to save here and continue onward since it wasn't that much left, so let's go for it. Date, time, location unknown. Who could that be at this time of night? Yes. Yes. Edgeworth speaking.
Angie, get up! It's an emergency!
Huh? Larry, do you know what time it is?
It's not Larry, it's Larry, it's Larry's student!
This is nothing more than a terrible nightmare. I'll just rather friend.
Well, wait! Don't hang up! It's emergency! It's Nick! He took a really nasty spill!
Well, it wouldn't be the first time, so...
I'm not joking! His life's in danger!
What? What happened? Tell me!
Talk about a guy with bad luck, he may already be dead! Anyway, you've got to come back! You're the only one that can help! My Iris, my beautiful Iris, she needs help!
Alright. I don't know what's going on, but I'll be there as soon as I can.
I'm at the detention center, please! Sorry!
It's been 1 year since I left that country. I thought I wouldn't have to see him again for a while. Sounds like it won't be a pretty reunion. As if I expected anything to change. February 8th, 2:19 p.m., Detention Center Visitor Room.
You're late, Angie! What took you so long?
I don't want to hear it. I chartered a private jet to come as quickly as I could.
Well, you should have chartered a faster one! Anyway, just listen! Something happened to Miss Elise and Nick is... That is the key... Say something, Angie!
Before I came here, I stopped in at the hospital where Wright is. I believe I have a better understanding of the situation than you at this point. The murder victim was the picture book author, Miss Elise Dunim. She was found by Wright and the head nun. The suspect is the temple's younger nun. Then later, while Wright was crossing the bridge, it broke and he fell into the river. The hospital says that he'll need at least 2 days of bed rest.
Yes, that's right, you got it! But did they arrest her? My sweet little Iris!
And here I was, convinced he was the one the police had arrested. However, I still don't understand what these two items are for.
What are you talking about?
The things Wright gave to me when I was leaving his room. This is the first, the Magatama. He said some nonsense about being able to see into people's hearts with this. And the other? He couldn't possibly be asking what I think he is, could he?
I'm begging you, Iris trial starts tomorrow! Nigga on the picture, you're all I got left! You're the only one that can represent her!
What did you just say?
You know, represent, defend! What were you expecting? Why do you think I called you anyway?
I'm a prosecutor, Larry. A prosecutor. Do you understand what I'm saying? A prosecutor is a lawyer who...
Don't talk to me like I can't graduate from you high, you know! Don't worry about it, I promise I won't tell!
But
I heard a paper badge had no problem fooling an entire court before.
How could this country's... How could this country's judicial system have fallen to such decay?
Please, Edgy! At least listen to her. At least listen to Iris' side of the story.
So Wright wasn't joking when he gave me this badge after all. Thank you for coming. My name is Iris. Edgeworth. Miles Edgeworth. I don't know if I can be of any help, but I will at least hear what you have to say about the murder.
Mr. Wright, how is he? Mr. Lawyer said that he might even die.
Fortunately, he'll be fine. Larry, you moron. How could you say something like that? He was badly bruised when he hit the water, but otherwise he is unharmed.
Thank goodness.
But he's caught some kind of nasty cold.
A cold?
He's running a high fever and is drifting in and out of consciousness. I must be imagining things. This woman, I feel like I've met her before. Iris. Pardon me, Iris. I would like to ask you something, if you don't mind. I have the distinct feeling you and I met before.
It must be your imagination, Mr. Edgeworth. After all, I hardly ever leave Hazakura Temple.
Hazakura Temple? What's that?
It's a place where those who wish to boost their spiritual power come to train.
The Belmonts often frequent there.
You need to undergo some very difficult training to release your inner spiritual power.
Ryu has also been there. He frequents there often. Spiritual power. Did you go to that temple for that reason as well?
No, I don't have any spiritual powers. I don't need them.
In that case, what are you doing at that temple then?
I committed some sins. Sins that I need to pay for. That's why I'm there, and why I continue to train, to purify my soul.
The night of the crime. I want to ask you about last night. The night of the crime.
Alright. I helped to clean up after dinner, and then went back to my room at about 8 o'clock. Later I left my room to ring the lights out bell at 10 p.m.
Bell.
We ring it at the same time each night.
I see. And then?
I was told to go to the training hall, but I went back to my room and stayed there.
Why didn't you go to the training hall like you were asked?
I was frightened. So I just stayed in my room and meditated until the murder happened.
There's more to her story. I just know there is. Maybe I should dig a little deeper. Frightened. You were asked to go to the training hall on the night of the murder.
Yes.
However, you didn't go. Because you say you were frightened. What exactly were you so frightened of? What in the world?
Is there something wrong?
I'm sorry, no. It looks like she's not aware of them herself. These must be what Wright was talking about. The Psycholocks. I believe he said that I need to present this Magatama item to do something. Any idea? So, do you have any idea as to what really occurred last night?
I think it was the result of the tremendous spiritual power that was unleashed.
Spiritual power?
Yes, spiritual training has been a cause behind many great tragedies. This incident was just another example.
Iris, I'm sorry, but I cannot accept that. I'm a man of science. I don't believe in spiritual power.
Yes, I understand. Most people don't.
And I'm certain that the thing that killed the victim was a human. So please, answer me this simple question. Were you the one who killed Elise Dudem?
No. I'm not the one who took her life.
Those psycho-like things aren't appearing. I suppose that means I can believe that she's not lying.
What's wrong?
I can't believe what I'm thinking. And here I just finished saying that I don't believe in spiritual power. It appears that's about all that you can tell me.
Thank you very much for listening to my story.
I visited Wright at the hospital before coming here. He asked me to take care of you.
Me?
Yes, at the trial tomorrow, he asked me to defend you.
If Mr. Wright has that much faith in you, Mr. Edgeworth, then I will gladly entrust my fate in your capable hands.
But before that, I have one question.
Yes.
Do you know Wright?
Why would you ask that?
Whenever you came up in our conversation, he would begin to act a little strange.
Mr. Edgeworth, are you his friend?
Friend? Well, in a sense, yes.
It was 5 years ago. That's when I deceived him.
You deceived him?
I heard that he was in a lot of pain after what happened. I know what a weak person I am. That's why I thought it was best if he never saw me again. I wanted him to just forget about me without learning the truth.
Well, if you ask me, Wright is still suffering. And until he learns the truth, I don't think he will ever be able to truly recover. Itis, it's not too late. You should go to him. Tell him the truth. I'll defend you, but only if you agree to that one condition.
All right, Mr. Edgeworth. I promise.
Very well. I'll do everything in my power to get you an acquittal. That's enough information gathering for now. I should head to the crime scene. Well, it's time to move out. To the suspension bridge. February 8th, Dusky Bridge. Sure is cold, all right. So this is it. Dusky Bridge. Ahem! Mr. Edgeworth! Detective Gumshoe.
Long time no see! It's been about a year. It has been longer.
Doesn't matter, Detective. What does matter is why you're shuffling around up here.
Oh, ouch! That was a sharp left jab. Well, I'm happy to see you anyway, Mr. Edgeworth.
Let me guess. You were transferred into another section of work. Another section at work. Good choice. The vast amount of nothing up here must be quite easy to guard.
I heard you were back in the country and arranged to come all the way out here. Everybody was real nice. They even let me take charge of the investigation, sir.
Gumshoe indeed. Like gum on your shoe, he's impossible to get rid of.
I'm supposed to report on the details of the crime scene, sir. Anyway, here I am, Detective Dick Gumshoe, reporting for duty.
Great. Thank you, Detective.
I thought Prosecutor Dodo was going to get here before me. That guy's a real mister, I tell you.
Prosecutor Godo. What happened? I just got back into the country, so I don't really know much about the case.
Simple.
Well, simple as simple does, as they say. The opposite of Forrest Gump's wine.
Oh, so you got no idea how much I miss your... Oh, you've got no idea how much I miss that biting sarcasm of yours, sir. But seriously, this one's a piece of cake. There's a witness that saw the whole thing.
Witness.
Yeah, that bikini lady.
Bikini lady, eh? Here, on this frozen cold island. This frozen... I'm reading it wrong. Bikini lady here on this freezing cold mountain.
Well, you should talk to her yourself if you want the details, sir.
I may have to talk to this bikini lady. I mean, decisive witness myself. Dusky Bridge. So this is the bridge that Wright fell through.
Yep. Can't imagine being that reckless myself. Look before you cross, is how it goes, right? Or was it leap?
Look before you leap, man. Look before you leap. And is there something on the other side?
Yeah, some old building they call the Inner Temple. But we can't get over there without a bridge, sir.
What?
And nobody lives there, so it's usually not a problem. But someone was at the Inner Temple doing some training, and now they're stuck there.
Yes, I heard that from Wright. It's Mia Fey.
Oh no, her again. Anyway, the air's really turbulent right now, so we can't do an air extraction. No one's gonna be able to reach the Inner Temple until tomorrow, sir.
Well, she'd be alright in this cold. So how did this bridge burn down anyway?
We're almost 100% sure it was lightning.
Lightning? Yeah, we're gonna get the Godo, but first... well, actually, let's get the Godo first, then lightning. So, who is this Professor Godo? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, he's a new guy. Showed up after you left the country. He's a complete rookie, but no one can say a bad word about the guy.
What kind of man is he?
He just became a prosecutor recently, but he's good, sir. Real good.
He's so good, how is it that I never heard of him? Is he the lead prosecutor on this case?
You bet he is! After all, you know who is right in the middle of it.
You know who?
Phoenix Wright, of course. For some reason, Godo has really gotten in for Mr. Wright.
Oh.
Yeah, he seems to have some kind of grudge.
And what would be cause of this grudge?
I don't know. Maybe he made fun of his mask or something.
None of this is making any sense. I better look into this Godo myself. Now, about this lightning. You're telling me the bridge caught on fire due to a fluke bolt of lightning?
Yep, last night snowed for the first time in 3 days. A little unusual for lightning to occur during a snowfall like that. But according to the weather data, lightning definitely struck.
And we get the weather data. I see. This is a very detailed weather report. Almost too detailed. It even has the exact time that the lightning struck the bridge.
Oh, that! We got the information from the witness testimony.
Someone actually saw the lightning hit the bridge. Who is this witness?
Sorry, I'll go ask one of the local cops later, sir.
Oh, that just... man. Let's move. Main gate. February 8th, Hazakura Temple. Main gate.
Yo, Reggie, what took you so long? I'm calm, my brain's turned to sherbet.
You mean it hasn't turned into sherbet? It's turned into something else? I knew it was a mistake to race back to this country.
But what do you mean?
Wright is going to be fine, and the case itself isn't anything unusual. And I find myself taking a request to defend a woman accused of murder.
Hey, wait a sec! Hold it! Objection! What's going on? You know, Miss Edgeworth?
It's hard to explain, but one thing led to another, and...
What kind of excuse is that? You call yourself a defense attorney? Prosecutor Edgeworth is a prosecutor, and that's why he's Prosecutor Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth, defense attorney. That just sounds plain old weird, pal. Right? Prosecutor Edgeworth?
I'm not sure what role I'm supposed to be playing anymore.
Dude, Edgy! I don't see you for a couple years, and your heart turns to sherbet.
I say more like sorbet. It is rather cold up here.
I just didn't murder, someone else did! I just know it, okay? Just so trust me on this one!
Ever the romantic, aren't you, Larry? Nevertheless, I'll do whatever I can to prove her innocence. At least until I pass the baton on to Wright, that is.
Man, I'm telling you, Iris is so cute. Right, Andrew? You think so too, don't you? What's wrong? Why are you so quiet?
To put it simply, your comment has me highly concerned. Could it be that the reason you think she's innocent?
Come on, a girl that cute can't possibly be a murderer.
I was right after all. I should never have come back.
No, don't worry. I see things for how they really are at the time. Honest.
If I had a penny for every time you said that.
She said, well, Iris is a delicate flower. You can't force things too much, you know what I mean?
I have no idea what you're talking about, Larry.
Oh, I forget it. I didn't say anything.
Night of the crime? Larry, where were you and what were you doing on the night of the crime? Larry.
What? Don't tell me. You think I might have done it? What? Get lost, go back on your charge jet and get out of my sight, you creep! Now over the plane crash and you die!
I'll ask just one more time. On the night of the murder, where were you and what were you doing? As I suspected, a psycholock.
I'm sorry, man. You know me. I just don't remember. My short-term memory is a wreck, dude.
Thanks a lot, you lazy no. February 8th, Hazakura Temple, Main Hall.
Hey! Hello there! So how you feeling?
Alright, I suppose.
Who is this?
My name is Edgeworth. My. A handsome boy such as yourself is always welcome. Circumstances weren't so tragic, I might just... Please don't call me boy. I'm sorry to trouble you, but I'm looking for a woman in a bikini. Well, you found her. Now, what can I do for you? I'm sorry, but I don't see any bikinis. If you ask nicely, I might give you a peek, big boy. Oh God, no, 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 that's okay. Mr. Edgeworth, this is the head nun, Sister Bikini. She's the witness. Why didn't you tell me that earlier? This is exactly why your salary keeps on getting cut! My stomach's already growling in protest. So, what's the latest about my beloved Iris? Well, first I want to hear what you know. The night of the crime. First, I'd like to ask you about last night. Well, last night, we had an acolyte here for training. After dinner, the two of us went to the training hall in the inner temple. She must be talking about Maya. Approximately what time was that? I suppose it was about 9 when we left here. Training lasts all night long. Extremely exhausting. The Channeling Dojo's head nun must be in attendance at all times to keep watch. Wow, you're right. That does sound exhausting. Detective, this is no time for flattery. Sorry. Sometime around 11, you witnessed the incident in the courtyard. But your duty was in the inner temple. Why did you come back here? The way you're staring at me, I'm starting to get goosebumps. Starting to get goosebumps myself. But for a decidedly different reason. You get the chills pretty easy, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? What you saw. Alright then, I'd like you to tell me exactly what you saw in the courtyard. It must have been past 11. Oh, no! I can't say it's too much for my poor heart! Hey! Calm down, Wright! Let go of my heart! I saw two people. One of them was lying on the ground. The other one was stabbing her from behind. The other one was stabbing her from the back with a sword. Did you see this criminal with your own eyes? I didn't want to believe what I was seeing, but it was Iris! You must have been quite shocked. Of course she was! Try putting yourself in her shoes! It'd be like you were stabbing Mr. Wright smack in the middle of the courtroom. And I happen to witness it from the witness stand. I'd be pretty shocked too. I know, sounds insane, but that's what I saw. And when I finally realized what I was seeing, I screamed and then I passed out. Unfortunately for us, her testimony seems to be pretty solid. However, the idea of Iris doing such a foul act seems unnatural. Unnatural. The girl I know simply isn't capable of this sort of foulness. I wonder what she means by that. Why return? As the head nun, it's your duty to stay with the acolyte at all times, correct? Yes, that's correct. I know I may look strong, but the truth is I've got a bad lower back. Bad lower back. Yes, it's especially bad in the winter. So bad that I can't even lift a bucket. Do you remember how cold it was last night? My bad back felt as stiff as frozen glass. I just wanted to take a nice hot bath to ease my aching back. That's why I returned to the main hall. So you left the disciple all alone? Don't be ridiculous. I would never do that. That's why I ordered Iris to the inner temple after she had rung the bell for lights out. Yes, but she never went to the inner temple, did she? Did this head nun even see Iris? I think I'd better try to get some more details. The acolyte. So who is this acolyte that was to train at the inner temple? Her name is Maya Fey. I treated her very badly, I'm ashamed to say. After she went through the trouble of signing up for the special course. Special course? It's a training session where you sit on a block of spirit ice and chant 30,000 times. In an effort to be the charming queen. You don't mean to tell me she's doing that? She's still doing that over at the inner temple, do you? No, of course not. You don't have to worry about that one little bit. Last night we still hadn't started the training session itself. Well, that's good to hear. Oh, damn. And there's one thing I forgot to tell you. Uh-oh, I don't think I like the sound of this. Do you know that small girl? I believe she's Mystic Maya's little sister. Maya has a little sister. Oh, you mean little Pearl? That's Maya Fey's cousin. Little Pearl. I thought she was going to visit Mystic Elise after cleaning up dinner. But I haven't seen her at all since late last night. She's nowhere to be found. You mean she was with the victim? It's all the fault of my stupid kick-out back! The little girl who was with the victim on the night of the murder is gone? As they say, the plot thickens. Yeah. Well, there's something here that we need to check out. Do you see it? It's right behind her. This little note. More Inza cushions in the corner of the room. What's that white piece of paper sticking out from under that stack? Beats me. Would you mind checking that for me, Detective Gumshoe? Yes, sir. Here you are, Mr. Edgeworth. It looks like an old manila envelope. Yeah! What is it, Detective? This could be an ultra-important clue! A super special clue! I suppose I should read it myself, then. It looks like a letter addressed to Sister Iris. Tonight at 10 at Heavenly Hall. Unless you want your secret to be exposed. This sounds like a blackmail letter. And we get the note to Iris. Nice going there, Mr. Edgeworth. Why can't I ever find clues like that? You're an ultra-important prosecutor! A super-duper prosecutor! Suck up. Well, I suppose it takes a super-duper kind of dumb to miss a clue like this. Thank you for your time. We'll be leaving now. To the courtyard! February 8th, how's the courtyard? And this is where the murder took place, sir. Other than removing the body, we left everything else untouched. Thanks, Detective. I'll just have a look around. Looks Looks like the police are still investigating.
Oh yeah, by the way, I thought I'd better ask just to be sure. Are you really going to defend that nun, Iris, at the trial tomorrow?
Yes, I will. I gave her my word, and now I must follow through my commitments.
Well, in that case, I gotta be careful. Gotta make sure I don't leak the prosecution's whole investigation.
Don't worry about it, Detective. Just keep your mouth closed, and I think most of it will flow out on its own.
Roger, sir. I know exactly what you're saying.
Very well, Detective. Thankfully, his diarrhea of the mouth isn't permanent.
Well, let's ask, shall we?
The victim.
The victim is a famous picture book author, Miss Elise Dunham. Her entire past up until she won that writing award last year is a total mystery.
It's hard to believe in this day and age we still find people like that.
The estimated time of death of the victim was between 10 and 11 p.m. on February 7th. Cause of death was blood loss resulting from a stab to the back by the murder weapon.
The murder weapon.
The victim was found skewered with a giant sword, sir.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but there's one strange thing.
Yes?
The victim's entire body was covered with bruises. The bruises are consistent with falling from the height of a two-story building.
Two-story building?
That would be about the same height as that room in the front of us, correct?
That would be about the same height as that room in front of us, correct?
Hey, you're right! Way to go, Mr. Edgeworth! That just happens to be the room that Elise Dunham was staying in.
Maybe she was pushed out of the window after she was stabbed by the sword. So we get the autopsy report. What happened? Now then, Detective. Let's see if we can summarize what we've learned so far.
Okay.
Let's take a look at the map. According to the testimony of Sister Bikini, the head nun,
she and my Faye headed to the inner temple right after dinner was finished. At 10 p.m., after ringing the bell for the lights out, Iris went to the inner temple. When she got there, Bikini had her take over while she went back to Hazakura Temple. After taking a hot bath to soothe her back, Sister Bikini witnessed the murder in the courtyard. If you want more details, you should ask Bikini herself in the main hall.
The inner temple. I'd like some more information about that place. Tomorrow's trial.
The trial begins tomorrow.
But who's the prosecutor?
I'm pretty sure it's that Godak guy, but nobody can get a hold of him, so they're looking for a replacement.
What do you mean?
It's really weird. All of a sudden, no one can reach him. I wonder if the rumors are true. Maybe since Mr. Wright called a cold and won't be defending, just lost interest.
I intend to appear in court in the role of a defense lawyer. However, I would be quite unhappy if it came out that I'm actually a prosecutor.
Yeah, I can see why, but I'm not the one you have to worry about. I think the real problem is going to be that judge.
Yes, he certainly would remember my face even after such a long absence. That's why I requested another judge preside over the case. We've only met each other once. There's a good chance he won't remember me at all.
Yeah, but what about the prosecutor? Everyone in the prosecutor's office must know you.
Wouldn't it be a...
Wouldn't it be a problem if someone made their bit stink, sir?
There's no need to worry. I pulled a few strings and arranged for a prosecutor of my own choosing.
Wow, Mr. Edgeworth! I had no idea you had such a powerful string to pull!
What is this inner temple that Maya was supposedly training at?
According to Bikini, it's an old building they use for training acolytes. It's on the other side of Dusky Bridge.
A bridge that burned down, Is there anything else on the other side of that bridge besides the temple?
No, nothing.
Nothing.
The other side is surrounded by cliffs on all sides. In a way, it's kind of like a little island out there.
So the only thing there is the inner temple.
I hear it's not the kind of place a person could survive in.
Please be alright, Maya. Well, in this case, let's do some examining, shall we? The Shishishito. So the sword from this ghost statue is actually the murder weapon.
Sure is. Called the Shishishito, by the way. Yeah, it's a piece of work, sir.
There's still blood on it. I suppose this is the victim's blood.
Yep, it's all over the blade. And speaking of all over the blade, there are fingerprints all over the hilt of the Shishishito too.
Fingerprints.
Naturally, to match the prints we got from the younger nun, the defendant.
Her fingerprints are on the murder weapon.
What's wrong? You're looking really solemn.
Is this how it is for Wright? Is this what it's like to be a defense lawyer?
Yeah, I figure it doesn't feel really good.
To be honest, it feels more like detrimental to your health. So we get the Shishishito. Yeah, you try saying that word 5 times fast. There's something else we need to check, and that's to the left of us. What's this? Looks like a wizard's staff.
That belonged to the victim, Mr. Lee Stunham. There's nothing strange or magical about it. Oh yeah, listen, this is just between us, okay, sir?
Yes. What?
No, that's just between me and the people out there. This is top secret stuff. Don't tell anyone about this.
Alright.
The truth is, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a wizard.
You wanted to be a wizard. Once again. And again. And one more for good measure. There. That's it. That's what you wanted to tell me.
That's it.
This staff was made from a very strong kind of wood. What about fingerprints? Were there any on it?
Just the victims.
So we get the victim's staff. I think it's time for us to move back to the detention center, so we're going to leave here. February 8th, Hazakura Temple, main gate. I don't see Larry anywhere.
Maybe we scared the poor kid away.
His heart was shut tight with a psycho lock. I guess I'll have to look for him now. What a thorn in my side. And finally, detention center. February 8th, detention center, visitor's room.
Mr. Edgeworth.
I came back because I need to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind.
But I've already told you everything, and
Itis, please remember, I'm on your side. You can tell me anything.
Yes, thank you.
Received from Wright, something about reading people's hearts. What other nonsense?
Take that!
I was frightened. Since I have been handed this case, it is my duty to dig up all the answers. Understand?
Yes, sir.
The smallest flame can sometimes bathe a case in a whole new light. In my years in court, I've seen it happen over and over again. That's why I'm committed to searching until I have those answers. Now then, is it really true that you didn't go to the inner temple last night?
Yes, I swear. I already told you that.
Yes, you said you didn't go because you were frightened.
That's right.
If that's the case, then the obvious question is, what were you so afraid of? Itis, I wonder, is this what frightened you so much you couldn't even leave your own room? I found this in the main hall. It is addressed to you.
That's...
Well, Itis.
Why are you glaring at me like that?
You were scared of the blackmailer who wrote this to you. Isn't that correct? Was it the evidence or my power of my glare that broke that lock? Oh, well, I don't suppose it matters either way.
But Miss Edgeworth...
Yes?
I thought that letter was just someone playing a prank on me.
Trick?
Well, yes. After all, even if I did have a secret, there's no one to tell it to that would cause me any grief.
I wonder about that. Sister Bikini is like a
mother to me. I would never hide anything from her.
No, you may not have anything to hide under normal circumstances. However, last night was different. Unfortunately, I don't know the exact nature of your secret yet. However, whatever it is, there is one person you didn't want your secret told to. My friend since grade school fell from Dusky Bridge and is currently hospitalized.
Take that!
Phoenix Wright. You mean something to Wright, seems. And I can tell he holds a special place in your heart as well. That's why you didn't want him, of all people, to know your deep, dark secret. Well, what do you have to say? I shouldn't have expected as much, especially from a friend of his. Unlock! Frightened. After dinner, this letter was waiting for me in my room. As I said, I was frightened by it. What is this heavenly hall the letter mentions? It's a small mountain shack at the base of Dusky Bridge. Small shack, It's more like a broken down shack that no one would ever want to go near. Where is it on this map? It's around here. To get there, you must follow a small path down from Dusky Bridge. The reality is, to get there to the inner temple. The reality is, to get to the inner temple, I had no choice but to cross that bridge. But the thought that could... Let me read that again, because I'm kind of scratching my ear a bit. Okay. But the thought that such a terrible criminal could be lurking at Heavenly Hall. I was so scared by the whole affair that I didn't want to think about it alone. So is this a secret that you locked away in your heart? Yes. It looks as though I may have to visit this Heavenly Hall now. Maybe I'll find some sign of our mystery blackmailer. In any case, you still claim to have never left your room last night. Yes, that's exactly right. Iris testimony added. The trial starts tomorrow. I promise you, I will win. I'm going to win so that you and Phoenix Wright can see each other again. But when I do, you must promise me that you will tell him your secret. It's pointless. Why would you say that? Because I may know who Phoenix Wright is, but he has no idea who I am. Inner Temple? I just finished speaking with the head nun of House of Quarter Temple. She testified very clearly as to what happened. She said she saw you stab Miss Elise Dunan with a sword. And one other thing. She said that when Maya Fey began her training at the Inner Temple, you were there as well. What? When I spoke with you last, you claimed that you never went to the Inner Temple. And yet Sister Bikini says that she met with you at the Inner Temple that very night. But I didn't go there. I didn't go to the Inner Temple last night. Well, let's move. To Heavenly Hall. So we take the suspension bridge and move to Heavenly Hall. February 8th, Heavenly Hall. Whoa! Not much of a view down here, huh? It's still better than my view from my apartment, though. Someone's here. Hide yourself, detective. Oh, why? Why does this always happen? Whenever I find a girl I like, they always run away. I even chase one of them to Tibet. Next is going to be prison, I guess. I'll steal that detective's wallet. That'll get me locked up for sure. Nah, I can't do that to someone who looks like he's down on his luck. He's just talking to himself. Shh! quiet and listen.
I know it. I shouldn't have done that. I blew it again.
Done that? What did he do, I wonder?
Hey, you! About what you just said! I got an objection! Edgy, you dirty rat!
Come shoo, you oaf!
I'm sorry, sir. Before I knew it, I was shouting out, objection! And in a loud, commanding voice, too. I even pointed with my pointer finger!
You've watched too many trials.
I'm sorry!
Okay, Larry, the jig's up. What have you got to say for yourself? Well, in this case...
Hey, I know I may not look like it, but I'm an artist. I refuse to look at anything that doesn't have a radiant or beautiful motif.
You didn't even give it a glance. What is this little shack anyway?
Well, I discovered it myself yesterday.
And why were you down here in the first place?
Hey, come on, I'm an artist. I was looking for a good place to sketch. It's a great old place. It's artistic. It's quiet, it's cold, not got no power, it looks like it's about to collapse.
Sounds like my apartment. Sounds a lot like my apartment there, pal. One thing for sure. No one is likely to show up and disturb you here.
So can I get something to drink? Some hot water, maybe?
He's getting all buddy on us, sir.
Listen to me, Edgy. You've got to do this. You gotta save Iris.
Why are you so sure she's innocent? Because she's cute.
Watch your mouth! Anyway, I made up my mind about it. I'm going to marry that girl.
I'm going to pull a Foos Road after this part is over. I swear to God.
Mr. Edgeworth is pretending he didn't hear you, so I'm gonna ask for him. Have you already asked this girl to marry you? No, not yet. I can tell how she feels by the look in her eyes. She's got this, I really want this man to carry me over the threshold look. I'm sure Nick will be surprised. He never imagined I could marry such a beautiful girl like that.
Something tells me he would be shocked indeed.
That's why I didn't want her to do anything dangerous. I mean, what am I going to do if she gets hurt? What's this guy trying to say? He lost me a mile back.
Do we really want to know the answer to that? We're going to have to drag him onto the witness stand. Come to think of it, you still haven't answered my question. Where were you and what were you doing last night?
Aw, man, don't you have anything else to talk about? That kind of attitude, you'll never be a ladies' man like me. Okay, chill out with those scary eyes, I got it! You really want to know? Last night, I saw something incredible.
Something incredible.
Yeah, but let's not talk about that now. Let's talk about the good old days. What do you say? Come on, I'll pour you a nice cup of hot water.
Why hasn't he realized
that I absolutely despise talking about the good old days, especially with him.
Well, in this case, full surrender! The night of the crime. Alright, now you're going to tell me what you really saw last night.
Whoa, you're really upset, aren't you, Edgy? Okay, I'll talk.
That was a bit too easy.
Yeah, anyway, it was awesome. Never seen anything like it. Around 10 o'clock last night, started thundering. Been sleeping, not sure how long. Suddenly, zing! The world in front of me went white. Like I just been slapped in the face by my old girlfriend, Naomi.
And then
it was on fire. The bridge was on fire.
Dusky Bridge caught on fire. Are you saying you saw it with your own eyes?
Hey, why give me the evil eye? I'm telling you the truth.
There was 3 Psycholux remaining. That means you're still trying to hide something. By the way, then, where were you when you saw that happen?
What do you say? What do you mean?
What do you mean, what do I mean? Just answer the question!
I was in my own room by the main hall. Where else would I be?
As usual, you're as transparent as an empty jelly jar. The problem, I suspect, lies there.
There? What do you mean, there?
It's impossible for you to have seen lightning strike from Dusky Bridge from your room. Fusura! This is a map of the area. Take a look around the vicinity of Hazakura Temple.
What am I looking for?
I think that should be fairly obvious. The main hall is surrounded by trees and it's impossible to see the bridge from here.
What? Why didn't you tell me that before?
Well, how about it?
How about what?
Do you feel like talking now?
About what?
Looks like it won't be that easy after all. You leave me no choice. I'll have to move on to the next step. You weren't in your room at the temple, so then where were you?
You don't know that I wasn't in my room?
So where was Larry, and why was he there? If I read the situation up to this point, the answer is fairly obvious. Very well then, let's test my theory. The place you witnessed the lightning striking Dusky Bridge from was here. Fusurada! The place you saw the lightning strike was from, naturally, Heavenly Hole.
Why would we be in here in this old shack? It's freezing cold. There's no electricity. It could fall apart any minute.
Larry, how do you know that anyway? How do you know there's no electricity? After all, it's not that dark yet. In other words, you have just provided evidence to prove my theory. My theory that you have at least once in your life visited Heavenly Hall after sunset.
I have to admit I'm impressed, Edgy. You're in a totally different league from Nick.
That's nice. Now tell me, what were you doing at this little cold shack last night?
That's what you might call a fait de corps.
I mean, I think you mean affaire de corps. Could it be that you were waiting for someone?
Oh no! You really are one scared guy, you know?
I believe that last night you were waiting for this person to come meet you. The defendant, a nun from Hazakura Temple, doesn't seem to have any spiritual power. There's only one person you'd wait for in a horrible place like this, Larry.
I told you before, don't call me Larry!
The person you were waiting for was Itis!
Oh, suddenly I feel cold all over, Edgy.
No doubt because of my chilly glare.
So you think I got the house for Central Irons, huh? Do you have some kind of evidence? You got some kind of evidence that would prove I was waiting for you, or you just guess?
This is where I draw the line and end this ridiculous little game. Here's the evidence that you were waiting for, Iris. Take that! Here's your evidence. You called her to the spot with this pathetic blackmail letter.
Oh, hey! Give it back! You're embarrassing me! What do you do with that anyway?
That's not important! I misjudged you, Larry.
What do you mean?
Taking advantage of a woman's frailty like that! You should be ashamed of yourself! First of all, what's this at the top of this letter? It says, salutation here!
Well, that's what it said in that book, Letter Writing for Dummies.
You're not supposed to actually write that! That's where you're supposed to write, Dear Iris! I'm so sorry! Dumbass! So you were here in Heavenly Hall last night, were you not there? And you saw the lightning hit Dusky Bridge, didn't you?
Sorry, Edgy.
Sorry not to cut you, scumbag, threatening a young lady like that! Well, wait, hold up. What now, pal? What are you talking about? What threatening stuff? I'll tell you what, you're trying to scare Iris by threatening to expose her secret, pal! What do you mean threaten? We're not threatening her! Unless you want your secret to be exposed? That sure sounds like a threat to me, pal. Blackmail, in fact! Give me a break, it's a love letter! Haven't you ever been in love? What did you just say? My love for her burned so hotly, it could melt all the snow on this mountain! Then this is the secret you mentioned. Oh, come on, Edgy, don't you get it? I'm talking about the secret love between her and me. Obviously, she wouldn't want Old Lady Bikini to know about it, right? About her hot and sour, bittersweet love affair. Alright, then why did you send a love letter in a business-like manila envelope? Give me a break, it's not my fault I don't have any other envelopes, sheesh! Then why were you so quick to apologize, pal? It's cause that you gave me that kind of look at this! What's wrong, Edgy? Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? That's it. That's all those huge locks were about. I don't understand why you were so defensive! Well, I don't know either. I guess the thing is, you shouldn't expect too much from a guy like me. Hey, come on, don't let it get you down. But Mr. Edgeworth, this guy's so hiding something, I know it. What do you mean, detective? Don't forget what this guy just said a minute ago. If you really want to know, last night, I saw something incredible. He's right. Larry. What? You're looking at me like a hungry dog that just found a bone. Or was this something incredible you saw last night? You're going to tell me, Larry, one way or another! I already told you, didn't I? I saw lightning strike Dusky Bridge! Yes, and I believe it was the incredible sight you saw. But now that I think about it, something doesn't quite ring true. What doesn't? If that's all there is to your story, your heart wouldn't have had all those locks. Yes, Larry. I believe you saw something last night. Something more incredible than lightning. What? When? Where? What? Oh! Hey! What do you think you're doing? If you hide anything from Mr. Edgeworth, I'll arrest you on the spot, pal! What's wrong? What's wrong, sir? Does this mean I have to do it all over again? Well, why are you going at me like I'm next to be hit by a bolt of lightning? I've just about had it with this harlequin. If I really want to drag the truth out of him, I'll just have to drag him to the witness stand. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the worst case of what the fuck I ever came up with. And on that note, I'm going to stop here. And in the next part, it's trial time. Yes, it is trial time. And on the stand will be Sister Bikini. And she'll tell us what went down and so forth. So you will join me next time, because I hope you will join me next time, for more wackiness. On Let's Play Phoenix Wright, Trials and Tribulations. Stay tuned for the next part.